We have Donald Freeman with us, who's a featured speaker and going
a pleasure. Please have a seat. A microphone for you, sir. I think it's on.
Thank you.
Is it on?
I don't know. Is it on?
It is on. My name's Bonnie Stewart.
Hi,
nice to meet
Donald.
you. And this is Sarah.
I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Donald, you are speaking today?
This morning, yes.
This morning?
Yeah.
Plenary address?
Yes,
You're
11.
here,
I know
the
you're-
title guy. The big
We've seen your name on the papers.
Well, I'll do my best to stay awake. I got in at midnight last night, so it's a little bit...
Where are you based?
in Vermont.
Wow, so
Yeah.
you've had a very long
It was
flight.
a long haul. It was a very long haul.
About 2 in the morning for you?
Think about that. Yeah.
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee, definitely coffee. Yeah, it would probably be mainlining
I'm actually
it,
supposed to be the coffee fetcher for the conference, so I'll have to find a coffee pot somewhere.
Really, and I was saying to the folks who are from McGraw-Hill who are organizing my trip, I got to get some strong coffee because the stuff at the hotel this morning was a little bit.
Sometimes in
tepid.
Korea, the idea of strong coffee is difficult
to come by,
to carry. Yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to carry the strong coffee at some of the restaurants. You have the strong coffee drip at the help yourself section, and then you have the mild coffee drip, and the strong coffee looks like wheat tea. And I've always been afraid to look at the mild.
Really.
But
Wow.
What's through the mind of a plenary speaker an hour before he's on?
what does go through the mind of a plenary speaker 2 hours before his due date with the populace?
Well, hoping that technology and all cooperates. I think that's the main thing, and it's just nice to be able to wander around and get a sense of the energy and who's here, and sort of what people's thinking is. I think when you come right down to it, a plenary in the best sense is really it's a performance, and I don't mean to denigrate it. It's just
Performance is not a bad thing.
What stays with people is sort of a couple of images or stories or ideas, and so it's a different genre than, say, an academic paper or something like that. So
It's as much an impression.
Absolutely, yeah. And so if you get a sort of feel for that helps.
So you're looking to have some fun. with
I
this
hope,
presentation.
yes, and not get muddled in my mind.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hopefully a good part of a performance as well as the muddled.
It's
What is the title of your presentation?
It is creating a framework for classroom participation. And it's sort of looking at some work that we did about a year ago where we did an online research project with teachers on how they use course books and what happens when course books fall apart and when they don't fall apart and those kinds of things. And so we're sort of looking at issues that have arisen out of that and how we could think sort of a little bit differently about organizing the classroom.
Interesting. Can I ask you, what for those of us who are conference first-timers, what is the format of a plenary session?
Well, it can range from a real sort of stand and deliver type talk.
An address.
An address, exactly. Which is, I think, a genre that's much more comfortable to a lot of attendees, particularly if the conference language is not their mother tongue. Because you can really, it's a discourse event. You can follow. It's if it's well done, it's well organized.
Yep.
I'm going to make 3 points. I'm making my first point, kind of thing. For others, sometimes that can chafe a little because it can feel a little constrained.
Yes.
Then another way of doing it is to make it more interactive, which can be wonderful if the audience in the venue sort of works that way, and it can be
And if the enthusiasm comes up.
Absolutely.
Kind of like a class when you ask people to interact and
really.
they
Does
sit
anybody have
and
any questions? And there's
look at you. Yeah.
dead silent.
I wouldn't have any questions.
Right.
No.
And then
Yes.
and then there are sort of all sorts of sort of things in between, ways
Right.
in between. So we'll see. And I mean, the size of this makes it more likely to need to be more of something where you're talking than that you really can create a major interaction.
Cool.
I would think. But it'll be interesting to see.
Great. Is this your first time in Korea?
No.
Okay.
No. I was at KOTESOL in 1999, I want to say.
Right.
I think 98 or 99. And then I actually lived and worked in Japan for 5 years in the early 80s and would come to Korea at that point. So
great.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you very much, Donald. Nice to meet you.
And I'm looking forward to the web end of all of this as well.
Tune in and see yourself.
Very cool.
Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to?
Well, I don't know who's out there, so hello to everybody.
Jeff's mom.
Hi. Hello, Jeff's mom.